How to successfully get into a graduate program. The first things you need to know is what program you want to get into. Figure out if the school has the program that you're wanting to apply to, and gather information about the school. Get on their website, find out what their requirements are that you need to meet in order to get into a graduate program. To give you an example of how to successfully get into a graduate program, over the next several slides I've used the requirements adapted from Western Kentucky University's graduate program requirements. First, you need to have a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university that is in good standing. That means your credits will transfer from one college to the next. You need to have proper preparation for the program specialization. An example of this is if you wanted to get into the psychology graduate program, then your bachelor's degree needs to be in psychology. Your GRE, graduate record exam scores, they're very important. Most, if not all, graduate programs require you to take and pass the GRE. Some of the scores are different for each program. Some programs require reading, writing, and math scores to be 1,050 or higher. Other programs only require the reading and writing scores to be high. It just depends on what program that you pick. It's very important that you check with the graduate program requirements before taking the GRE, because each year, each semester or school year, the schools may change their policies. So you really need to keep a real close eye on the GREs, because there are deadlines for taking the test and for using your scores to apply. To learn more about the GRE program, go to the website at www.gre.org. Here you will find the information that you need in order to make an informed decision about the test itself. Applications and fees are requirements in all colleges for getting into a graduate program. Again, you have deadlines for getting into a program, so you really need to make sure to check with your school to see what those deadlines are, so you're not waiting out an extra semesters. Most fees may cost between $40 and $50 are non-refundable fees, so make sure you check your school's deadlines. The deadlines are very important to getting into a program. You must have copies of all your college transcripts, unless you're applying to the graduate school for which you've gotten your bachelor's degree. In that case, your transcripts are already there, and you don't have to worry about getting them to the school. Most colleges will send your transcripts for you to the school that you've requested. When I was going from my local community college to Western Kentucky for my bachelor's degree, the community college sent my transcripts on to Western for me. Your grade point average. Your grade point average is very important as well. Most, if all not all, your graduate programs will require that you have at least a 3.0 overall GPA. Some may require a higher GPA. A few of the programs may not be quite as stickler on your GPA, depending on what your GRE scores may be. You need to remember that all your previous coursework will need to be transferable to your graduate program. And by this I mean the classes you take, you need to make sure that they will be able to transfer to the graduate program. Don't do like I did and ended up with like 2 semesters worth of classes that I didn't need, and were not able to use those when I transferred to the university. Essays may also be another requirement. Some programs do require you to write an essay stating why you want to be in the program. Do you, what will you bring to the program? Be very careful in your essay. Don't use any slang language or stumble over your explanations of why you want to be in the program. Be very clear, be very precise in what you're writing. Letters of reference may also be requirements. You may have have to have several individuals write to the graduate program vouching that you will be a good candidate for the program, why they think that you'll be a good candidate for the program. Other tips. After deciding on what program you want to get into, call the graduate offices and talk to a representative. They will be able to guide you and give you a lot more information about the graduate program of your choice. If possible, call the program advisor themselves. They have a lot of information. They are also head of the program, and they also look over applications of individuals wanting to get into the program. Get online, look up the school's requirements. Ask others who are either applying now or are already in graduate school. Be proactive. Get out there, check out what you can, look on the internet. There are lots of sources to help you be successful at getting in to the graduate programs.